I chose AMP because I knew I wanted something in financial services, and I was really interested in making sure that I was working with a group of people that I could learn a lot from and feel supported by. And it was really when I met the team that I decided I wanted to work here. I walked into the building and I was impressed, but it was when I was speaking with the people that I could potentially be managed by or working alongside that I really knew that was the right fit for me.
I chose AMP because of the breadth of career paths it offered. Coming straight out of uni, I wasn't that sure about what I wanted to do. And so being a diversified financial business across banking, superannuation, advice and platforms, it really offers a lot of career paths in finance, which is quite rare to find under one roof.
So the best thing about the graduate program was that as a graduate, I felt that I was quite valued across the business, and it gave me exposure to great leaders around the organisation, which allowed me to build my network, which I've been able to take that throughout the rest of my career.
So for me, it was that level of support that we received. I think, when we were looking at different rotations and things like that, there was always a level of, even if you had no experience in a particular area, if you hadn't studied something, if you weren't sure, graduate champions, rotation managers, everyone was always encouraging you to give it a go, which I found very valuable. I hadn't studied cybersecurity, I hadn't had any knowledge really in cyber, but my final rotation was in cyber, and now it's my whole career.
The graduate program set me up for success by exposing me to some really great teams and challenging but rewarding pieces of work early on in my career. I had the opportunity to work with the Chief Investment Officer in AMP Investments on our major superannuation fund. And while that put me out of my comfort zone at times, the skills, knowledge and experience I gained during that time really set me up for success in my career.
So the graduate program set me up for success, as one of the components of the program that we did was work on a business improvement project. And through that, it taught me how to approach business problems with an open mind, as well as not being afraid to ask questions and challenge the norm.
So for me personally, the way I see it is we received a lot of professional development as part of the graduate program. And this professional development for me was more focused around giving us the tools and techniques and frameworks to help us determine, how do we like to work, what kind of managers do we like to work with, what kind of work do we like to do, how do we, even track the work that we do. But I think what I found really beneficial and what did set us up for success was there was no kind of prescriptive answer to these questions. The focus of the grad program was much more about helping us as individuals learn how do we work, what do we want to do, how do we do all of those things successfully. So I think for me that's the biggest point of success and the biggest takeaway I had.
Career highlight for me so far would be my work around the Youth Advisory Committee program. So that's always been a grad run initiative, and I've had a lot of support from the people that I work with to take that and run with it. And for me, engaging with students, engaging with universities and bringing those young ideas into the business and that new way of thinking, that's been a highlight for me, and the support that program has seen has been fantastic.
So my career highlight so far has been my involvement in some of the strategic work that the business is doing and helping our business develop a plan to be sustainable into the future.
I think our future's a changing organisation. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because that opens us up to be a more innovative company. So many companies nowadays, technology has to be a big focus of what they do. So much of our customers' lives is online, and we as an organisation need to kind of come to meet them in that way. Become a more lean but a more kind of innovative, dynamic company as well moving forward.
I think the future at AMP is more focused. AMP has tried to be a lot of things to everyone over the many years that it's operated, and I think now we're getting really clear on our strategy and what we want, and that really helps the teams understand what they need to do, where they can have an impact, and knowing that our purpose is helping people create their tomorrow, that really sets us up for success alongside a clearer strategy and understanding where we need to be in the market.
My AMP is supportive.
My AMP is challenging.
My AMP is opportunity.
My AMP is possibilities.